I want to thank all the veterans for their service. They did the ultimate sacrifice for us to have our freedoms here. So I definitely want to, on the day after Memorial Day, to definitely pay my respect to all the veterans who have served and did the ultimate sacrifice. So, yesterday for me was all about red, white, and blue. A time of year that I reflect when it's Memorial Day of all the people who gave us the ultimate sacrifice for us to have our freedoms. And, I was able to get up this morning pretty late, after 10:30, and that's not normal time for a lot of folks. A lot of folks are getting up in the wee hours of the morning to go to a job. And that means, they're not financially free, right? They're not at a point where they're even free from bills or free from debt or free from some of those financial things that come up. And I was lucky enough to be able to get up at 10:30 when I know there's a lot of people who did not have that luxury. So, veterans definitely gave us a gift, the gift to be able to have certain freedoms and to be able to do certain things differently that I think if it wasn't for their service, we might still be under the bondage of not having some of the opportunities that we have. So in light of that, right, the idea that people are still struggling, the financial freedoms is not afforded to everyone. Not everyone has that, right? Not everyone has the luxury of being able to, get out of bed when they want to, be able to do things at the time frame that they want to. And that's not to say, there's not things to be done. Definitely, there is things to be done in our lives, right? But sometimes you're forced to do it on a time schedule and a time pace that you really don't want to do it. And for me, I felt that same thing when I was at my job in healthcare. There's times when I just wanted to garden. I just wanted to get outside. It was a beautiful day. I wanted to garden, and I didn't have the freedom of doing that. My job commanded my time. They owned me in a sense, my time, and they commanded when I come in, when I left. And so with it being, the idea that Memorial Day was just yesterday, and, there's lots of veterans who fought and, gave the ultimate sacrifice for us to have opportunities. When someone gives you a gift, it's kind of weird, right? When you don't take that gift in earnest, right? You don't appreciate that gift. And, you put that gift on a shelf and then they come back and they see that gift and they're like, man, I gave you that gift and you didn't even use it. I feel the same way about this idea of being free. And part of that freedom, I think, extends to being financially free. So if you're in that space where, you're not financially free, you really don't even see an avenue where you could even possibly, right, be able to be financially free. Get out of some of those situations that are putting you in a position that is going to keep you in bondage for years to come, right? You're at a certain age, you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and seeing that, I'm probably going to be working for another 10, 15 years of your life and not have that freedom of, not having to worry about money again. There is situations out here that you could definitely align yourself with, in the sense that if you're looking and seriously wanting to learn how to generate $5,000 or more per month in as little as 4 to 8 weeks, there is systems like that will allow you to do that. Now, if you're interested in something like that, definitely feel free, to click any information that I've left below and get yourself plugged in to check this out. Trust me, guys, there's certain freedoms out here that if you want it, you can have it. And just like, other people have done it, you can do it too. So if you're interested and seriously interested in creating a sense where you are financially free, you have the luxury of getting up when you want to. You have the luxury of doing things when you want to. You have the luxury, of giving your family things that they've never had. Then definitely, if you're interested in that proposition, 5,000 or more in as little as 4 to 8 weeks, then find the information below. Definitely check things out. And then you could see a difference that someone gave you a gift, right? The thing is, do you put it on the shelf or do you start using it? So in the spirit of being free, financial freedom is possible if you're willing to take it.